Welcome back to the Brew Podcast, everyone. This is episode 164.
Actually, surprise, it's episode 139.5, JT. Why is that important?
That's right, because we went back 139.5.
Because that's how many points I scored against JT this week. Guess how many points JT scored? We'd have to go
very low,
all the way back to episode 52.5.
I wish I would have done my research on that.
87 weeks difference there, if we're talking about weeks between podcasts. Back.
I'm just having
that's in our first year.
Fuck of a time on fantasy football this year.
That's 87 point different.
I have amazing
practice
paper
this
teams.
beginning.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to beat me by like 18.
I have good teams on paper. I have 3 teams. For a guy who like pretty much what is the word? It's when the people say
equitable.
Not
decisive.
Equitable, opposite of that. I have a pretty passing care for football. And but I have 3 football.
I was nervous going into it because JT was on a win 6 or win 5.
I was moving up the ranks. I was ranked 5th, I think. You were 2nd.
Oh yeah.
At the beginning of the week.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm moving up. I'm gonna get in the playoffs. It's gonna be epic.
Like again, and you'll probably beat me in the playoffs, but again, was
I don't know if
forecasted to beat me by 17.
Yeah.
And then
everyone got hurt.
Smash cut to what actually happened. If you take my defense, my kicker, and any one of my 3 running backs, not named Dalvin Cook, those 3 people beat the entire Khalil Snack.
Yeah, they beat the entire Khalil Snack, but then you have to take my 3 running backs who all got hurt in like the first quarter.
I lost Dalvin Cook.
DeAndre Swift.
Do I have Dalvin Cook? Either way, I either have Dalvin Cook or Derrick Henry in that league.
Yeah, either one. Yeah, you faced some of that. I also faced a lot of injury.
Thanks, Nick Folk, for your 21 points.
Yeah, and yeah, it just shit happens, and like in one of the other leagues, for some reason I got matched up against the same guy twice, 2 weeks in a row.
What?
And it was at the beginning of the season.
Call him out.
And then I'm calling him out.
Call his name out.
I can't do that. Can't do that. Let me call his fantasy football team name out because I bet it's actually a really good one.
Yeah.
But
it's not Randy Orton, is it?
It is not Randy Orton.
It's someone I know if you're not going to call him out.
I just got... Okay, so in the league that I'm in with Randy Orton, it's Historical People is the name. Play on the team name. And mine is Napoleon Boner Parts.
Mm-hmm.
And his was Master Bader. And I just realized that's Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I did not know. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, you're supposed to do historical figures. I thought he was trying to play some Darth Vader kind of thing. Anyway, that's just a thought I had. So I played Neil Armstrong twice in a row.
Yep.
And he had...
Do you guys have divisions? Is that why?
Yeah, there's divisions.
Yeah, gross. Don't do divisions.
Well, it's not, I'm not the what do they call it? Commissioner.
Who's the commissioner? Let's call them out, too.
All right, I'll tell you who the commissioner is. I believe it's Pocahontas or Geronimo. One of those 2,
yeah.
I think.
And you don't even know. You're so just removed from...
I know the person.
You're just so removed. You don't even know who the commissioner is.
You want me to remember who all these people are?
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, it's not.
You don't have relationships.
It's not Teddy Hoseyfeld.
That's why I.
It's not Geronimo.
Quit a league this year because I didn't have relationships with everyone in the league.
It's not Pocahontas.
But I also started up FanDuel this week. Because Chuggalo Ryan got me started.
Are we sponsored by FanDuel finally?
No, but I'm addicted.
You're addicted? It's pretty fun.
I won $3.80.
You did? For no bet?
Came out ahead.
All right, I have to say it.
Yeah.
Ohio, come on, man.
Oh yeah, I can't do college football in Ohio.
Can we fucking just do regular sports betting for a fucking change? This daily fantasy shit is already owned by all of the analysts with their spreadsheets.
I cannot do college football in Ohio. So that's sad.
Well, that's dumb.
Because I went to do a college football lineup. It's like you can't because you're state.
Yeah, and you can't bet lines. You can't bet.
So I'm like
spreads. You can't. Bet,
so I'm like, do I? Do like a NordVPN? By the way, if we could, that'd be awesome. NordVPN.
They would sponsor. They sponsor a lot.
They sponsor a lot of
web
stuff.
Content. We could get a sponsor. We need to get one.
Yeah.
Other than the Can Opener segment sponsor.
But
and the
well,
now famous internet website
well,
.com sponsor.
That rotates all the time. Yours is individual, mine is just by random companies.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But so anyways, and then I got something that makes me want to drink. So last week,
oh jeez,
you opened Cloudbound. Big growler. You left half of it.
I did.
So what did I do? Like a champ,
with you.
I drank that on Saturday.
Oh, fuck yeah, thanks.
So we record on a Tuesday. I just threw it in the fridge and I had it Saturday.
I appreciate you drinking that. I did not want to drive home with an open container.
Just tape it.
Yeah, I could have done that. But
so it was reasonable. So you didn't just
from
slug
trouble
it.
on Nicole.
You didn't just slug it. Okay, that makes her hugs that much better.
Mm-hmm.
That's
it says hi, by the way. We had Thanksgiving together.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so great segue because I don't have any news. The one thing I need to talk about is how we're going to execute the. We're on the eve of the first annual Chuggalo Advent Calendar.
Yeah.
Name pending.
Really excited.
What is the? I'm giving you 3 things. I'm developing this question. I asked my in-laws that were here. Mm-hmm. Great Thanksgiving, by the way. What are the 3 things after the protein? What are the 3 sides that you need to have on the JT Thanksgiving table?
Wow, great question. I thought this was gonna I thought the question was gonna be about the Advent thing.
Because I would say while you ruminate on that, I would say that Thanksgiving is not a beer drinking holiday. You need that space for food.
You need that space. Definitely, you need to save space. I didn't eat all day. I waited.
Yep. Oh yeah, I totally skipped lunch. I did have my Honkey Sandwiches, but that was my breakfast.
Yeah. That's on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. First thing I eat on Thanksgiving will always be Honkey Sandwiches.
Okay. I'll have to ask you what that is later.
Yep. Pumpernickel.
Uh-huh.
Cheese whiz, open face, crumpled up potato chips.
Okay, we've talked about that.
Oh yeah, multiple
Sounds
times.
awesome.
Yeah.
Stuffing from within the bird.
Okay.
Don't want the shit that you cooked on the side because that's less good.
So sweet dressing, stovetop, savory dressing.
My family all makes their own stuffing. I do like stovetop stuffing though. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so we're the same on that.
I'm not ashamed. I love it. I think it's great.
It's good for a reason. My father-in-law really likes his one stuffing. With like all the gizzards and everything cut up. That's what I side with. But it would be ridiculous to have three stuffings.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother-in-law and my wife really like a sweet dressing with like fruits and everything cut up. Stuffing should be savory.
It should be. Yes, that's a key.
So that's why I side to the one. But again, we can't have 3 stuffings.
You can't have 3 stuffings. And I'm not arguing for 3 stuffings.
Yeah.
So stuffing's 1.
Yep.
Anything. So far, I've not been disappointed by any variation of a sweet potato side dish. Whether it's the thing with the marshmallows that are burned on top.
Yep.
Or
sweet potato pie.
Yeah, sweet potato pie. My mother-in-law made something else this year. It was just really, really good.
Yep.
Sweet potato.
So stuffing and sweet potatoes for those keeping track.
What's the last one? I don't think it's your standards. I don't think a roll is mandatory. I mean, it is, but it's not my top 3. And I don't think green bean casserole is top 3.
That's not something that made its way up into Wisconsin. I don't see it very commonly.
Okay.
I appreciate when I've had it, just because it's green beans and cream of mushroom, whatever, but
crispy onions.
And crispy onions.
That's the best part.
So you have 2 for sure, and then the third one is like rotational.
No, I think, gosh. I guess it's going to have to be mashed potatoes. Anything that you can extend the gravy onto.
Yeah.
You want to get as much of that gravy usage as you can. So I'm going to have
helps to lubricate the gullet.
And mashed potatoes, in almost every case I've had them, this goes beyond Thanksgiving, is the perfect plate cleaner for post-meal. So let's say you have steak, corn, and mashed potatoes. Clean up that corn with the mashed potatoes. Mix it all together.
Yep.
Plate's clean. You don't have to pick up individual kernels.
Are you guys a one protein table or a multiple protein table?
One protein.
So just the turkey?
Just the turkey.
Gotcha. That's definitely what we are. But listening to like a lot of podcasts and stuff that are nation, ham will never be lost on a holiday table. Ham is amazing.
I love ham.
You go down to the south in California, brisket. Brisket is a common, so it's turkey and brisket just from listening.
How recent is that commonality?
I don't know,
like,
but I've listened to multiple podcasts recently, or pictures from friends that serve all across the country it's always a turkey and brisket. So ham seems to be a north or a Midwest thing, which makes sense.
I think ham is great.
Oh yeah, ham is.
It'd be perfect for Thanksgiving.
Ham is definitely, or pork is definitely the meat that I tend to side with when I go into any kind of Asian food. Mm-hmm. Pork is always the best. But yeah, pork always has a place. Ham is really good.
Yeah, I love ham. And the best part of cooking ham, get that bone, make a split pea soup the next day.
Oh yeah, you're after my father-in-law's heart right now. But so I'm with you. So my three sides, definitely stuffing number one. I would put a roll, and then probably mashed potatoes.
Best use for the roll the next day. Sandwiches.
Oh yeah, no, I do that night of, man.
You do it night of?
Oh yeah, I don't. Put my piece of turkey in between, and then I use that to sop up the plate.
That's a good idea.
So I'm a clean plate club guy, because the next day I'm having honky sandwiches. If I'm not eating, oh yeah,
you're not having leftovers.
I will. No food gets wasted in my house, so I will always eat leftovers. Even after a week, I know they say it's only good for a couple of days. Goes great with a beer, but I'll eat a loaf of bread, and I'm not a big bread guy. Just avoid the carbs. I happen to drink them. But honky sandwiches, I will destroy a loaf of pumpernickel bread.
Yeah. Okay.
No questions asked.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think that the next day sandwich is just phenomenal, and everything left over goes on it.
Oh yeah.
You can put mashed potatoes on it, you put stuffing on it, you can put whatever you want. Gravy, it's awesome.
Yeah, stuffing is one of those things I wish I could have more, but it has like all the bad things in it that you're not supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? Like It's all just carbs. So
I have a question while you get the beer.
Yeah.
I'm monitoring you.
Monitoring me?
You checked in to Utopias.
Checked into Utopias. Yeah.
Yeah. This year?
Yes.
This year's?
Yeah.
How was it?
I didn't have it. That is a complete bullshit check-in.
Well, that makes for an even greater story.
Yeah. When did I check in again?
I have to look. I think it was maybe Friday or Saturday.
No, it wasn't this weekend, was it?
I'll look while you talk.
So there was one night that I had when I was back home that some fun things may have happened. If it was Wednesday before opening day, I'd be able to talk about that. Just the high-level stuff. That was a fun random night. That's when we opened a bar, or the charcuterie bar I was telling you about. But if you give me a date, I'll have to go in.
I'll give you a date. It was the 18th. Oh, the 18th. That was a while ago.
Yeah. So I know the date. That was by design. Yeah. So that was 100% by design.
Gave it a 5.
I didn't. Yeah. I sure hope I gave it a 5. So we're of the opinion. I'm glad that you bring up Utopias. I didn't have it, so that's a bullshit post by me.
Okay.
But caveat question mark. We were talking about it. Me and the group of guys I was with. If we ever see a bottle out in the wild, we'll buy it. No questions asked. I wish the one time I've seen it out in the wild, I was like, I wasn't in the position that I am now. I wish I would have just bought it.
I've made the same proclamation.
I do have a $500 bottle that I just discovered from Craft Beer Club.
Really?
Up on that shelf right now. Yeah, it's a 10-year-old Infinium from Sam Adams that they only made it 1 year. It's $500. If somebody offered me $400 for it right now, it'd be out the door.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so they're like, it's $400 to $500. if you can find them, because people pop them all. So I've kept them in optimal condition or whatever. So sorry to disappoint you.
It's okay. It's not disappointing. It was a great story. But you checked in.
I'm still I'm trying to think of the condition I was in. Like my
okay,
did I put any content? Did I put any comment on it?
Yeah, you said something like just great or splendid or something like that. This was velvety like it never happened. Oh, okay. Now
yeah, see, yeah, there we go.
Now it makes sense.
Excellent.
At the Eau Claire Masonic Center.
Yeah, that's it was when you say it was in the very early morning hours.
Did you hear about the guy who got found in a Masonic Center?
So,
inside of like the organ pipe, dead.
No,
and
but I could believe it.
And naked.
So the interesting thing is, I just so it was the night that I thought of. It was Wednesday night. It just happened to be the date of the that night. I miss nights where they're unplanned, but just safe and responsible hijinks happen. Yeah. So we went late, and I'm trying to be ambiguous. We went late to. Sure. We've been spending more than we probably should have on just good beer, because I was out with the beer snob that's had over 8,000, and I say that with all due respect. He's like, hey, let's go to my temple, and we can be safe, we can drink there, we can play pool, and then we can get a lift home afterwards. And he had a badge, let us in. It was awesome. Yeah. So I was just so that's why it's like velvety, like it never happened.
Yeah. I almost joined a Masonic lodge a long time ago, but I didn't. Because of what it required to join. Yeah. I feel like I would have had to sacrifice more than all the other members.
Yeah. Want to be one, ask one. With that said, though.
Exactly. Yeah.
I want to ask a question. We need to flush this out.
Let's do it.
So this is, how do we want to do this? So again, I still think that the way to do this is to rate them or put comments online. I don't think we're doxing, and when I say online, I mean Facebook, on the Brew Crew page. I don't think we're doxing anyone if, like, Stev has already commented on there. Chuggalo Mike has commented on there. I don't know if your father-in-law is going to comment, and that's fine. But then it gives the option. Yeah. So what my intention is going to do, if you're okay with this, is when I wake up in the morning, because I'm probably up, is to post the beer, and just anytime that you have it after, if you want to give thoughts or whatever, I will give my thoughts daily. I don't know if you want to commit to that.
I was going to, yes.
Then that way, it's an opiate for the masses. Tuesdays, we will list the beer, but we'll drink it live on the podcast, or live recorded for your guys' pleasure. So I think that's a way to do it, because I know Stev would be down with that. Yeah. Chuggalo Mikey will probably, he might even have his the night of and just prepare for it. You know what I'm saying? He might wait till midnight and crack it. Sure. So I think then that way, content is king. CK.
It is.
So then that way we have the opportunity to present that to the masses. And then if somebody, let's say we really enjoy the beer on the 14th, for an instance, and somebody doesn't like it, then we can roast their ass.
Yeah, we could get in the comments section.
Yeah.
So I might have to just download Facebook for this month, which is I'm fine with.
Well, you don't have to download. I don't have the app.
I use the browser.
Yeah, just browser.
But I don't get alerts.
Oh,
so I wouldn't know when the activity's taking place.
I don't get alerts either, because I don't have the app. I just log in a couple times a day.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. So we're the same. So that's how we're going to do it. I'm going to list the first beer. I'm going to keep the list on my desk, and it'll be the first thing that I log in, and I'll put, hey, this is what we're drinking today. Just to give you guys, because this will be posted tonight. Beer number 1 is Sonder Neapolitan Auto, and for those participating, that's in a bottle.
It's in a bottle.
So
don't forget that.
It will be one of the ones that we got off.
Did he label them with numbers or something?
He labeled it, so it will say Sonder Neapolitan Auto.
All right.
And in the list that I sent out to us, I put the type of beer on it too. Yeah. So
I put it in my fridge. Well, the list I have on my phone.
Yeah.
But I put the beer in my fridge.
You put the list in the fridge and the beer on your desk.
The beer in my phone.
Yeah. Wow, that's
it's all here. I drink a little bit every day, so I have cheated a little. I actually planned on maybe doing, and I haven't thought it all the way through.
Yeah.
This is a review video.
A review
each day.
Yeah.
Content is king.
Content is king.
So if we do that, it adds video content to our page. We could even transition that stuff to YouTube.
So
who knows? Are we rating these beers?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
for sure.
1 through 5 on a,
I like the YouTube thing. I'll have to think on YouTube.
Same scale as we use on the podcast, right?
Because my intent was to drink them right when I got home from work, but
you could just selfie it. Hey, crack. This is this beer. Because
30
days of that,
24
days of that is gonna. Eventually you're not gonna want to talk for a long time. So
no,
I don't think we need to do research.
Mine is just timing, because if I have like a heavy, a big boy, and then I go hop on the bike.
Oh yeah.
Does it destroy my enjoyment, or am I just not gonna bike on it?
Oh,
or I could do a live feed.
How is it different from not filming it versus filming it?
It's just when I time it.
You want to do it when you look the best?
No, not when I look the best. Just I'm thinking about.
Were you always going to do it before the bike?
No, I guess I didn't think that far. I thought maybe I was going to do it after the shower and after the bike. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
You do it in the shower.
Do it in the shower. I'm going to have a couple shower beers from this. Probably.
Yeah.
I'll film them in the shower. That's fine.
4 days.
It's not Twitch, so.
If we had enough damn sponsors, we could just keep this going all year, but.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
that would be something.
Tradition. That would be something.
A 365
a year. That would be a lot. All right,
we could do it. All right, on to the beer. So I feel like we've got a lot flushed out there.
That was great.
So again, follow us on Facebook. We're gonna put them on there. So the first beer is from Wolf's Ridge. We've done them. This is the 4th time they've appeared on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Cosmo Canyon. I want to go with the crack just to get this going. Ooh, primed. 3,
perfect.
2, 1.
We should have if we just listed who's primed and who's not, just yes or no, then people would know.
Definitely primed.
You get fucked if you're not primed. Our listeners shouldn't buy your shit if you don't prime that can.
This is interesting. Okay. This is a cranberry sauce Berliner Weiss, and it rings in at 7%. Again, this is the 4th time we've done them on the podcast, and you can find out more information from them at Wolf's Ridge. Wow, wolfsridgebrewing.com. The big thing that you would take from their website if you went to their website is right now it's seasonal brews, so this applies. Cranberry sauce, cranberry, my favorite fruit. Not necessarily. I don't need to have cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving.
Oh, I didn't mention that either.
I do like it. I do like it for Christmas though on Lefse.
Lefse. Oh, what is that?
Lefse is a Norwegian potato bread.
Ooh, that sounds
Think
good.
of like a potato tortilla. It's exactly what it is.
That.
It's pale, but it's got like little burnt areas.
Awesome.
But the traditional way to eat Lefse, at least in my family, is butter and then sugar.
Ooh.
So Wolf's Ridge, they've been around since 2013. They're an Ohio brewery, and the quote that I took from their website is, "A love of fine dining meets a passion for craft beer."
They do have a passion for it.
I didn't know. Again, this is the 4th time we've had them on the podcast. I'm going to just do this off the cuff. I don't have anything. This website review is brought to you by Chuggalo Advent Calendar. Oh, thanks for stepping up, Chuggalo Advent Calendar. Drink with us for the next 24 days and feel better about yourself in the holidays. So if we go to the website, it's very generic, but I appreciate that. It's just a couple sentences. Again, they started in 2013. The brewmaster started from a fine dining background and just started dabbling in home brewing. Like most of these newer age individuals that have been around for like a decade or right around there, it's always a story of 1 or 2 Bubbas or Bubbettes that started home brewing and were like, hey, we're getting good at this, and our friends like it. It's kind of like comedy.
Except
your
Burial.
friends told you you're funny.
Except Burial, who were like, we're going to take this show on the road. Oh, wait, no, never mind.
Or like Rhyme Geist, who just falls into a big pot of money that rhymes with
there you go.
P&G. I don't know if that rhymes. I don't know if letters can rhyme. But anyways, it works out.
Yeah, letters can rhyme.
So yeah, this is I bought this from Pat, by the way. Chuggalo Pete saw Pat out in the wild.
No shit.
And Pat bought Chuggalo Pete beer.
What?
And Pete is very gracious. We know,
totally.
And was trying to buy Pat beer.
Great guy.
And Pat wouldn't hear him.
I was like, I buy beer every day. It's my job.
I'm not going to accept this.
Wow.
Just let me buy your beer. And that was at King's Table, which is
perfect.
So
exactly where I would predict they saw each other.
The shoe fits. And if I could put a push pin in this for a second, did you get any BCBS this year?
I did. I was gonna bring it up too.
So
anyway, yeah, I did.
I bought. Did you get any of the cherry cola?
I couldn't get any.
That's the one I wanted.
Of course, that's the one I wanted too. And you know what? I'm done with Arrow. By the way, fuck them and their fucking arrogance.
On base, they sold it last week.
Oh, okay. I wish I would have known. I would have gone and got it.
Yeah, so they sold it on base last week, and then when they shouldn't have, and so then they were all completely sold out. So I bought mine from Pat, so I have two, but I don't have I just wanted the cherry cola. Mm-hmm. I know Chuggalo Ryan. When you talk about spending more than like $8 for it, he's worse than you. Take that as a compliment. Anytime, so BCBS is right around $14, $12 a bottle or whatever, and Chuggalo Ryan is sending pictures, so he got 7 different bottles.
So they were sold out at Arrow.
Just the standard.
But I bought the dark wood one or whatever.
Ooh, a dark wood one.
It was ridiculously expensive.
The $50 one?
Yeah.
You bought that? Mm-hmm. No way. Mm-hmm. So Katie bought it.
I wanted one of them. I wanted a BCBS to put in my cellar.
No, I don't believe it. Well, pictures or it didn't happen.
All right, I got pictures.
You buried the lead. Is that the most expensive?
I buried the lead, but I thought it was more important to
ask you about
the Utopias that you drank.
Is that the most expensive beer that you've ever bought?
The only picture I have is that it's in the store, but I did buy it. I was showing Katie, hey Katie.
Next to the UA.
I'm going to, well, I put that there as I was walking around. I was carrying it around, thinking about it. Yeah. My brother-in-law was with me. He's from Chicago. He does not spend. Beer to him is Miller Lite, Bud Light, and that there's this lug nut lager he likes. It's a craft lager out of Chicago.
Does he threaten Nicole when Nicole spends more for beer that she's going to give away than he drinks?
Great question. I'm not privy to that, but I think yes. Yeah, he probably yells at her.
So yeah, I only have 2 bottles, but my 2 bottles were not the equivalent of your 1 bottle. That's for sure.
Yeah, I just
wanted the cherry cola.
So I went to Arrow and I was like, all right, well, I want this cherry cola, obviously. Well, they're sold out, and then I told the guy. So I went there in 2019, asked them. They had shit in the back. Yeah. Went there in 2020, asked them, they had shit in the back. I did that since 2018. I've gone to Arrow, and every year I've asked if they had it in the back, and they always did. This year, I went, and some fucking clown laughed in my face like I haven't been shopping at their dumbass store since 2018. Oh, we opened at 8 o'clock this morning. You gotta come here early. Fuck you, dude. So I'm not gonna go to Arrow anymore. So like, you don't know who I am. I'm co-host of the Brew Crew podcast, Dayton's premier beer podcast, probably Southwest Ohio's premier beer podcast. Fuck it, the Midwest premier beer podcast. Maybe in the United States.
The entire reach of BCBS. Now, my question is, you have variants, or you have BCBS for the last 3 years?
I only have 2018 currently, and this year's.
Did you drink the other ones?
What did happen in 2020? I might have a 2020. 2019, I think I drank. That's the one I tried.
See, it's impressive to me that you're willing to go back to the trough when you don't care for the beer.
I don't.
That's one that you spend a lot of money.
Got to be up with it.
One that is it FOMO?
It's not FOMO in the sense of I have to get this before it runs out. It's FOMO in that if I can do it,
yep, you can do it,
and hold it for a few years,
yep,
maybe I'll get it. Maybe I'll understand.
Gotcha.
Because all my opinions come from unaged versions of BCBS. And I feel like the same thing would be true with Utopias. I'll drink it and be like, I don't personally at this time think it's worth the money I spent, but I've never had it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that if I don't hold on to it, it won't eventually be worth that.
Interesting.
I don't know. Maybe this 2018 that I have in my basement right now, maybe it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
I hope so.
That's a very optimistic point of view, and I like hearing that. We need more optimism in this world.
We sure do. So I did.
Yeah, so I only have 2 bottles. There's a bunch more available of just the standard at
I don't want that shit.
It was Saturday or Sunday at Pat's.
I would have gotten it if I did not get the $50 bottle. But so Bobby was with me and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh at you. I might murder you because you're an idiot and you don't deserve to live because you're gonna spend this amount of money."
It'd be different if he cried and hugged you.
If you've bought more than 2 bottles of what's that shit called that everyone fucking drinks at it's like horchata. Rum chata.
Yeah.
If you've bought more than 2 bottles of that, well, you're wasting your money. So let me waste my money the way I want to waste it. On a beer I'm going to let sit in my basement for the next 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
And that's it. I've just spent it. $50. Boom. I think it was 55 in the end. Out the door. So I have it. I don't know if it's going to be good. I really want that cola one.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you want me to review this beer?
Yeah, go.
Watch this. So this review is not reflective of my opinions of Wolf Ridge, because I love Wolf Ridge. And this review is going to be okay, but I'm going to do a matte here. So I just spun the can for the camera. If you want to see it and you think I moved it too fast.
32 minutes.
Fuck it. All right. Can is a terrain map, and I've never looked into what the terrain map is representative of. I would guess Wolf Ridge is somewhere in there, and maybe Cosmo Canyon. I don't know. So that's the Can Bonus segment. Still brought to you by Chuggalo Nicole, I believe, right? She was second last week. So I am wholeheartedly in a disagreement with Chuggalo. Aaron, not a Chuggalo that actually is a Chuggalo, but the Aaron you've introduced me to.
Oh yeah, my godfather when it comes to craft beer.
And that I do not at all believe that all sours taste the same. You can excel at it. There are good ones. But there is a sour taste that kind of is the baseline. And this beer does not rise very high above that baseline. To me, that sucks. The color, and this is going to tie the can art, color of the can implies a richness. This cranberry needs to stick out like just you wouldn't believe. You put cinnamon in bold letters. I don't taste a lick of cinnamon. This is a baseline or just slightly above baseline sour beer, Berliner Weiss. I don't taste cranberry sauce. This doesn't bring me back to Thursday. 3.5. It's still good. It's just baseline. That's it. How long was that? 2 minutes? I think I did good.
You gave me a lot to think about. Off the top rope, I love this beer. I like the freshness and the crispness of it. As JT says, and it's going to be reflected in my score, it doesn't hit all the high points that I want. But this beer is crushable.
It is crushable.
7% for a pint can of a cranberry Berliner Weiss, which is lighter too, by the way. It's not 100% a sour. It's like the baby sour, the entry sour. This is fantastic. I'm glad I have 2 more of these to drink. Off the top rope, 4.75. This is
4.75.
Absolutely delightful.
With the absolute lack of flavor in this beer, I thought you would have gone.
But I like that.
It is crushable though.
It's
totally
crushable.
Give you that, and as 7%,
you can't say that with a lot of sours that are crushable.
Yeah, like that's true. That's true.
So like another, like a truth. I feel like with this, sorry Stacy, I could have 4 of these and 4 truths, and I would feel like a differentiation that I'm going to feel the truth. This is dangerous.
This beer has so much potential that
it's only a 0.2 below for a Berliner Weiss.
Man, cranberry sauce. What a good idea. It just missed the mark, and I'm so disappointed.
It's a great name. Oh, yeah. The cinnamon isn't there, by the way. Don't advertise cinnamon.
Cranberry sauce, that bitterness, that richness, that darkness to a cranberry sauce. I mean, that is
the cinnamon's
distinct.
at the end. The cinnamon's at the end.
I don't taste the cinnamon even at the end.
You're at the end.
I am at the end.
Okay, so I'm glad I did it this way because I don't feel like my palate is destroyed by that first one. So this second beer comes to us from Masthead. JT, have we had Masthead before on this podcast?
I'm not sure.
We have. You guys did it without me. I happened to be gone. I don't know.
Slay All Day?
It was just the one. This is Slay All Day is the one that we're doing right now. So this is Masthead Slay All Day. That'd be hilarious if it was Slay All Day, but it was just Masthead.
That would be hilarious.
Now I'm gonna go check the list because I know we've had it once before. But again, I wasn't here.
Go ahead.
Are you fairly certain? I should just look
no.
Right now
I'm happy that we're doing 2 Ohio beers. And it's your week.
It's my
worst state in the country.
That shirt was such a hit at.
It is a huge hit. I love it. I'm gonna make my own.
I wore it for 3 days.
I'm gonna make one for a lot of states.
So again, Masthead Slay All Day. Let's go with the crack. Let's rate this. Oh, this one's good too.
It's good. It's just yes or no. I think on the
3, 2, 1. Yeah, just when you can get it underneath there. So this is an IPA with spruce hips. This rings in at a 7.5. So the Berliner Weiss coming in at a 7, which is a hefty Berliner Weiss. This is a solid IPA, so 7.5, anywhere between 6 and 8. I'm not gonna flip my wig. You can find out more about Masthead at mastheadbrewing.co.
.co?
Don't drop that M on there because you're going to get a domain error. They specialize. Guess what they specialize in, JT?
They specialize in craft beer.
Nipas.
Your favorite?
Not my favorite. Overdone.
I know.
And my craft beer godfather.
There's a category that doesn't change. He's wrong about sours, and I'll tell it to his face. I don't care.
Well, right. I tell him
craft
too.
Beer guy.
I've been on the sours forever.
Yeah, you have. You did defend it. Nipas, as much as I do like them,
yeah,
they don't change.
And again, but I'm still on Whippas as much as I'm not on. I'm just checking to make sure you guys haven't marked this beer in, but that doesn't say a lot because you guys dropped off for a little bit. And Neapolitan Pizza. With pizza, I do see the value in it now because you don't feel like a big fatso when you're eating it.
What is that?
That's like the thin crust artisan. It's almost like
margarita pizza.
Kind of like that. It's in the same. It's in the same.
I like margaritas.
It's the same realm.
You don't like
it? It's definitely not a Jets. No, if I'm gonna have a pizza, and you could associate no food guilt, I want a thick crust pizza.
Oh,
but
yeah.
99 times out of 100, I know that I'm going to have food guilt. I'm going with the thin crust.
Oh, yeah. Thin crust is the way to go. I don't want thick crust.
I
don't want it for any fucking thing. Guilt or no guilt. I want thin crust.
No.
Personally. But margarita pizza is different. I think they're different mindsets when you go for those artisan ones.
Yeah.
You're not having, like, chow down, I'm hammered pizza. You're having, like, I'm going out for a good pizza.
Yeah, you're not telling you're at the pizza joint. Just close your eyes. I'm gonna put you in a scenario. When you go to the pizza joint, you're not saying I want all the bread.
No, that's
not a scenario. I mean, close your eyes.
If you're ordering a margarita pizza, if I'm ordering a margarita pizza,
picture yourself in that
Neapolitan. I don't even know what that is. You're not drunk. You're not ordering all the bread.
JT, could you ever picture yourself going to a place and being like, I want all the bread?
I could, and I can also imagine a situation where they do bring me a lot of bread.
Hypothetically.
But in the situation that you're referring to, which did happen,
they
brought me no bread.
No, I'm not referring to a specific
They brought me
situation.
no bread. They brought me the burger I ordered, which was a mistake. I should not have ordered that burger because it was spicy as fuck. And even in my hammered state,
yeah,
I remember how spicy it was.
Oh, by the way, one of my gifts, and I should ask you this. They make a roulette wheel game with hot sauces. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun.
Not if you were involved or whatever, because a couple of
I love hot sauce.
A couple that like there's 4 hot sauces on there. I don't think I would be interested in.
No, I don't think you should. You don't. Here's the thing about the roulette game you play it at a party.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this
would
be a
party.
want
anyone to not enjoy their night.
No, you
don't. And doing that to them would ruin their night.
Right. So having somebody drink pickle juice,
tame it down. Yeah, that's fine.
It's the best.
Tame it down a little bit, and maybe throw in I don't know, like a soft tortilla or a arepa or something, and then now we're talking. You can eat that hot sauce. But drinking hot sauce, probably not.
Not drinking, but like
so you're gonna have something to compliment.
Yeah. You have to compliment. I don't know.
That's fine. I think that's a good idea.
I think that's gonna
not
be
the 4 that are gonna kill you though.
I think that's gonna be my gift of the year. So, anyways, on to Masthead.
Yeah.
So they're noted, and they're out of Cleveland, Ohio. So the other side of the state from here. I still have never been to Cleveland.
Oh.
They're noted for their 100-foot long bar.
Which they're noted for?
They're noted for that. But the one thing that I take from their website, again brought to you by the Chuggalo Advent Calendar 2021, is that it's a concise menu that they steal from Untapped. If you ever look at those websites or like look at, I love it when they have it in the bars.
Yeah,
that's an
amazing. Does that.
That's an amazing gimmick. When you can see you check into a bar, I think you drink 1 to 2 beers more just for having that.
I bet you do.
We were talking to the people at Third and Vine in Eau Claire, and again, for all of the Wisconsin people, please go visit Third and Vine. It costs a certain amount of money for you to have that like business partnership with them, but I think I think you'll see the return on it because it's cool. Like Fox and Hound did it. Like when you would see your name scroll across the
I never saw the Fox and Hound.
Yeah.
I know when D20 does it.
When we started, talking about doing the BCP, we started talking about it when we did happy hours at Fox and Hound.
That's where we were going. I don't remember seeing it there, but I wasn't very observant.
Yeah. And that more TVs the better. So, anyways, and again, so a very concise menu. Not too much about the background or whatever. I can't tell you when Masthead started, but this is again Masthead Sleigh All Day. IPA with spruce hips. Comes in a pint, 7.5.
All right.
GT, I'm going to go check if we had Sleigh All Day or you guys.
I don't remember having it. I just remember the name. I've probably seen it. I'm spinning the can for the camera right now. Matt's walked away. That's okay. I can cover. Here's Sleigh All Day. Here's the can. Not much in the way of can art. This can art bonus segment brought to you by Chuggalo Nicole. This can art is nothing. It's what I think some people call a nothing burger. Just colors, logo, and words. There are some Christmas lights around the top.
I was here for the beer. It was Falling Fruit.
Oh, I remember that. Falling Fruit. I remember that the name at least. I don't remember what the beer tastes like. I wonder if on that one I said it would be unmemorable. Because if I did, I was right.
That was where we made the bet on how many listens we had at that point.
We did?
Yep.
We
were in the tens of thousands. We are in the tens of thousands of people that have listened or ingested the podcast, and that was back in September of 20. So a year and a half ago.
Damn. We've been doing this since the end of 2018. It's a long time.
Yeah, so that's why I always say we're in season 4.
Been through a few variants of coronavirus. So there's the Christmas lights at the top. I feel like, okay, Masthead, you're running on, I don't know, what are you running on? Their name recognition is not exactly something I would consider Masthead to have at this point in the game. You don't have can art, but it did get Matt to buy this beer. Sleigh All Day is a phenomenal name. Definitely a name that could have phenomenal can art. but you didn't. Have you seen Santa Slay? Goldberg?
Yeah. Slay, S-L-A-Y.
Yeah, I think that should have been called Slay All Day. That would have been cool. That movie's pretty fucked up. That's the Can of Burn segment brought to you by Trevor and Nicole. There's not much here. Now, you haven't been to Cleveland yet. That's disappointing. I love going to Cleveland. Now, I went to Cleveland the first time with a Cleveland native. That helped. Second time I went, we did our own thing. If you avoid the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland is fantastic. A wonderful city that gets a bad rap because it doesn't have the appeal that a New York or Chicago or LA has. I don't know how much appeal LA has at this point. San Diego, that's a great city with appeal. It's got the curb appeal. It's got the real appeal. It's a fun place to be.
And a bunch of big beers that nationally distribute out of San Diego.
Yeah, San Diego's got a lot of good beer. Cleveland, same thing. Great beer. A lot of good bars. People there seem to be a lot more real than a lot of other places. And there's a couple particular strips there that you can go to that are just enormous amounts of fun. So that's my Cleveland rant. This beer is pretty dank. It's an IPA, which I expect it to be somewhere along the lines of not an easy drinker, higher alcohol content, but not factored into the flavor. It's got a lot of parallels with Truth, but it's way more hoppy. Truth is decently hoppy for a basic IPA. I'm talking about Rheingeist. This one's more hoppy. I don't know what... Do you know what the Spruce Tips?
Hips.
Spruce Hips?
Yep.
What are those? Spruce Tips.
I'm glad that you bring it up. So it's like rose hips. Like, so it's the flowering bud on the... So it's just the very pungent, and it's got a punch of... Pungent. Yeah, Pungent's so like you're going to get like your... vitamin C from it. So like Survivalist, that's where I know it is from alone, because people will forage for these because it's such a potent form of vitamin C and antioxidants in health.
So thank you for that. Pungent is the right word for this. It's very pungent. Now, my first impression was and I don't like to use can art and marketing to influence the score, but I have to say I am disappointed in the lack of pininess in this beer. However, they say it on the can that there's a balance between tropical hop goodness and piney darkness.
Yep. I
disagree. I think that if you're going sleigh all day, you're going Christmas, you're going winter, you gotta go heavy on the pine. You gotta pine it up. Get the pine nuts, crush them up, and I mean this could be a Christmas beer. Christmas beers, by the way, should be this with pine. This spice shit, it's not working anymore. I don't like it. It's dumb. It tastes like a elf shit a fruitcake and then made it into a beer. This is better. Speaking of shitting fruitcakes.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't deliver enough. They didn't deliver on the winter. They didn't deliver on the Christmas. They didn't deliver on the can art. But I don't affect scores on can art. They did deliver on hoppiness that Spruce Tips. It's dank. I don't think it's an everyday drinker. Gosh, I'm just struggling with the score here. I'm thinking another sip. It's not terrible. It's not a standout. It is pungent. with hops alone. Maybe malt's in there too. There's a bitterness to it. I'm gonna say, it's a hard score. 3.75. It's a good IPA. Nothing more, nothing less.
All right. So masthead, Slay All Day. If you took the name away and you took the can, I would say it's like a muddled West Coast IPA.
Yeah.
Where it's got a bunch of confusers. It doesn't have the clarity that I like with I guess maybe I like a 1 or a 2 note IPA. I guess maybe in WIPAs, there's a little more complexity to them than that. I'm just trying to boil it down to what I like. Off the top rope, I'm going to give this a 3.0. It just seems confused. If you took the winter theme out of it, it wouldn't have anything because the winter theme is confusing. It weighs heavy on my conscience. So if I just had this in a cup, I was like, man, it almost tastes like a Ripa a little bit, where it's just like heavier, relying on crafting the malts and everything that carry like most of the beverage.
The malt and the hops are they're fighting each other.
It's a calamitous confusion.
It is.
And I wish there was more to it because I bought this and I bought these beers in pair because I wanted one to seasonal to kind of transition from us into fall beers. Even though I don't think we hit Oktoberfest beers really hard this year, but that was fine. We had a bunch of backstock from summer trips. But this just doesn't deliver. It's, we had a beer that was crushable. This is not crushable.
No, not crushable.
I'm elated that I have 2 more of the first beer. I'm not elated that I have 2 more of this beer. So there's just a juxtaposition. Definitely delivers on the hops. If you want a hop bomb and you want to support local,
hop bomb.
So Steb would avoid this because he's a bigger, stoutier guy. There's a couple of Stebs, just because I know there's a couple stoutier, weighty bombs in that in our advent calendar, the Juggalo Advent Calendar 2021. This just doesn't deliver on anything, and I think the name ruins it. So again, off the top rope, 3.0, and it's unfortunate. It's not a memorable beer. It's like the other masthead, apparently, that JT scared me when he was like, and I knew it was falling fruit as soon as I went in there, but
oh, you did?
Well, once I saw the name, I was like, oh yeah, of course, because I saw it yesterday when I looked up to say that we've done this twice before on the podcast. This tastes like the 7.5. The first one doesn't taste. This is dangerous.
Yeah, that one.
This is dangerous.
This one is just dank. It's bitter. Yeah, you're right.
And
disappointing.
It's
the name. That's what did it.
Like I said, it's unfortunate. But again,
fucked up.
Now that I realize, now this is the first time I haven't done the math. Now that I realize that I'm getting the big beer, the crown jewel, for the 14th, which would be my week, I'm super excited. I'm just excited to gush all over that beer. I don't know what I'm gonna pair with it. I might do a single beer and do like cheese and meat.
Oh, you want to add food to this?
I don't know. I'm just telling you because I know from doing the list that beer, it's a 10-year-old. Like if you put anything next to it, now watch us be completely blown out of water.
So should we just start that episode at the review of the first beer and then go to the second beer and just spend the rest of the episode talking about this 10-year-old beer? This is the oldest beer we've had on the podcast.
Yeah, that for sure would be the oldest beer. It's tied with the oldest beer because that beer that I have up there is in 2011.
We haven't had.
It's amazing the opportunity that the next month in having these calendars and I post your pictures and everything. I know that's what I'm gonna do, but I didn't do the math. I was like, does it fall on JT's week? Does it fall on my week? So now I just did the math now.
Yeah, well, not hard. 2 weeks out.
Yeah, that last week was insurmountable. I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah, it's all right.
So, but I realized too that I've got a few more spots on my cellar too, so I might have to start pulling stuff off my cellar.
When does the hiatus start again?
It'd be the week after, so the 14th after, because
okay, so after the 14th,
yeah,
we'll be on hiatus.
We'll be on hiatus.
We could post content till the 24th.
Yep. Which is great.
We'll
CK, content is king. So we
content is king.
We could do it that way. Just post like individual.
Post some content.
Again, this is all the pre-production. You guys are seeing all the. This is
what we do.
Pre-production is content. So yeah, this is great. I'm gonna try to see if I can go get more of this. I'll see if I can do a return.
I wish they put more cranberry in it.
Are you done with all 3 of yours?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say this is the first time ever I've been beat.
Purposes of my drive home.
No. I understand.
I'm not sure.
I understand.
I'm debating it. Because it's not a bad beer. I think it's the name. That's what did it. That's what fucks this beer is the name. You got to think about the name. Masthead, if you're listening, which I hope you are, and if you are, let's do a podcast together.
The name sold. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The name sold me a little bit because that's what you see. I want
to taste. How can you compact snow and pine into one beer? I think you can.
You're trying to elicit with snow because snow is tasteless. You're trying to elicit.
Snow's tasteless.
You're trying to elicit memories.
I want your beer to bring me to Christmas past. I want your beer to be the ghost of Christmas past.
By the way, I bought a sour tart this last weekend. So since you've been following me, did you follow the one I had this last weekend?
Christmas tart?
No. I'm just saying like that was goddamn delightful.
Oh, that's good.
But
the Utopias was delightful too.
But now you see the tongue in cheek, and I know. Yeah, I'm glad that the Chuggalos are getting that. By the way, so when because I have to check in my beers immediately, otherwise I forget about it, and it kind of dies on the vine. So Seth had a 2016 BCBS barley wine that he gave a 4 or 5 in his
BCBS barley wine
from 2016, which is older than any of the BCBSs that I have.
Okay.
But now I have the last 5 years of 120-minute represented in my cellar, at least 2 bottles of each.
Since when?
2016.
So you have two bottles of each since 2016?
Yes.
Including this year?
Yep.
Wow.
I believe so. I got to do an inventory. I don't have a plan.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
Those, so like BCBSs are like a 5-year prime. I've seen videos where people have cracked like a 10-year 120-minute and just enjoy the shit out of it. So I've got time. I bring them. I pull them out for special occasions or for people or whatever. Because that's what it is. Again, I have a bunch of other like one-off stuff that I'm not even for sure. Like again, I have a 2011 Infinium up there.
He's got it.
That just and we've had it. It didn't take it. We had it. My then girlfriend, now wife, bought it because I couldn't get anywhere in Eau Claire.
I thought we were going a different direction.
No.
Then girlfriend.
She bought 4 bottles of it. We
happily married.
I gifted one to Juggalo Mikey. We drank one, and then I sat on one.
Do you remember what it cost?
Oh yeah, it was like $12, $13.
No shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It wasn't anything substantial.
Wow.
They've only made it once. I think that's why.
That's what it is. Rareness.
Yeah.
Rarity.
I still haven't got my space beer that I've paid for.
Space beer? Yeah, where's the space beer at?
It's been well over a month.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it's just, it just got back.
Who was flying that? Blue Halo or whatever that Amazon one is?
I don't know if it's Blue Origin.
Blue Origin.
I don't know if it's that or the Tesla one.
I don't know. Tesla, I think they're above that. They're not flying beer. I'm just kidding. They're flying beer. They fly children's school projects to space. Yeah, I can't find this tart. Is it Palomanado or is it Waterbird?
Waterbird, fantastic.
Waterbird? Yeah, for some
Pink Starburst.
Oh, I love pink Starburst.
Oh my god, see, everyone loves pink Starburst. If you don't like,
see, this is where
Step liked it.
Step liked it, yeah.
The Palomando, I've had that before. It wasn't that good. That's when my in-laws invited me out to the bar.
I can't remember if that's the beer. So I took Chevolo Scottrick out to Rheingeist. He's my father-in-law.
Yeah.
Who I always ask ahead of time, can I bring this guy? And everyone says yes. I took him to Rheingeist, and they had one of the fruit beers on Nitro.
One of the fruit beers on Nitro. When we went together, it was Peach Dodo, which I think has been unmatched since... On Nitro.
On Nitro. So a Nitro beer has not come close to the goodness of the Peach Dodo on Nitro in the time that I've been alive so far. I'm totally up for being proven wrong, but I haven't yet.
Yeah.
And I was so enthusiastic about the Peach Dodo on Nitro that I went on an Instagram live, which, you know me, I don't even fuck with Instagram. Went on Instagram live
on Instagram
with the head brewer of Rheingeist.
Yeah.
And I said,
Mr. Geist,
can you Peach Dodo on Nitro? And you know what he said? We've already done that. We've already done Peach Dodo on Nitro at the brewery. Next question. So, you son of a bitch. That's not the question I asked you, motherfucker. That lowered Rheingeist in my book just a little bit.
Right.
Not enough to not drink them, but I was pretty pissed off that I joined that fucking stupid garbage Instagram chat.
I
what a cesspool of shit.
I brought a 12-pack of Truth up to the hunting cabin, and I had 3 of them, and then I left them there. That's just spreading the good news. That's spreading the gospel.
Yeah. I mean, this is
spreading the truth.
Basically, what you did was the green belt of
Lean Six Sigma,
leaving beer in places. That's black belt.
Yeah, but green belt's the first one.
Well, yeah, and karate. I'm more talking about karate. So the white belt, which is the first one, is your first interaction with Yingling. And then you're like, holy shit.
I took Yingling
it's
back
not
to
that
Wisconsin
bad.
too.
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
I love this beer. And then you move to Ohio, Virginia, wherever, and you're like, oh yeah, fuck that beer. That same thing, that's the white belt. The same thing is truth when you get to Ohio. You're like, in Illinois or Wisconsin, you're like, holy shit, this is a good IPA. You get to Ohio, you're like,
and
I'll leave it in Wisconsin.
And if I like this karate thing, so let's keep it going, because I have something to say about Yingling. If you have Wild Ohio, it's like Karate Kid. And you get crane kicked by Daniel-san at the end of the Sun Valley tournament.
You're the fly.
Yeah.
That Mr. Miyagi catches with the chopsticks.
Yeah.
If you're Wild Ohio. Now, what's the black belt of that whole thing?
Of Wild Ohio.
Probably if you live in California and you live next door to Russian River. And you're like, fuck Russian River, that shit's overplayed.
That's a good one. I still need you to come up with your beer of the year. I know it's gonna be something for me.
We need to define ourselves. Do we want to do it on the 14th? Because it's our last 2021 interaction.
Pre-production. We still have
that is pre-production.
A couple more weeks to decide. I already have my beer of the year.
You have your beer of the year.
Unless something really, really strong happens. But going back, I had my first Yingling Hershey's Porter in Wisconsin because I took some back for a Chugalo. And again, I just give people beer. And then he decided to bestow upon me Blapple. It wasn't an express trade. I was like, here you go. Because his wife requested it. And so I had my first one. He goes, here you go. Just have one. And I go, that's fine. And it was delightful. If you like dark, it's a dark chocolate. It's not milk chocolate.
Now, my sister...
So now I'm under order to buy every Hershey's.
I'll give you what I have. My sister left it all at my house. So she had followed some influencer, I don't know, some fucking guy with blonde hair.
I'll influence
you. Definitely dyed blonde hair. Like
Yeah.
This guy was
I'll dye my
weirdo.
hair. I'll dye my hair for
I'm pretty sure you can't put minors in front of this guy. He looks weird. But he made a
profiling is important.
In that case, I don't care if it's any ist.
Yeah.
If you're a person that looks like you'd fondle children, you should be at least told that you look like a person who'd fondle children, because if you don't, you should change something. If you do fondle children, you should also change something, which is your home residence should go from where you live to prison. Pretty great, huh? That was a good transition. He made a cocktail that was the Hershey's Yingling and peanut butter whiskey. And Charlotte Nicole followed it to a T. I saw her. She watched the video. He said, do this. She did that. Made the whole thing. And I tried it. It fucking sucked. And she didn't drink it. I didn't drink it. None of us drank it. It sat on the counter. Like, we wasted a full Yingling and probably, I don't know, 3 to 4 shots of this peanut butter whiskey.
Screwball?
I'm not sure what it was.
Did it look like that bottle right there? Middle shelf?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's the #1 peanut butter whiskey on the market right now.
Yeah, I didn't taste the Hershey's, the Reese's peanut butter cup that they promised.
So I like tipping. I like tipping off. That's, by the way, that's bullshit. When you there's too many people out there plugging the world with too much shit. Like, if your shot doesn't taste like it, it's a shame that individual's got clicks. But next week, because we're gonna foreshadow, we know some beers coming out. Next week, JT's beer that comes from the Chuggalo Advent Calendar is Esoteric Black Bouquet. It's a brown ale with coffee.
Brown ale with coffee. I do like brown ales.
So that will be coming plus.
I like that there's
plus a bonus beer.
Plus a bonus beer, which I'm not sure if I have a bonus beer. I have a beer for next week, but I'm not sure if I want to use it or not.
Yeah,
I might get a different one. Last question. You can answer quickly because I know we gotta go. But how do you kick off Christmas season? We watch Christmas Vacation. Boom! It's officially Christmas season.
We've got a Christmas tree.
You've already got it up. Yeah.
I think ours is going to be watching Home Alone, because we love Home Alone.
So it's movie initiated as well.
We love Home Alone. I don't know, like, I think when that last bite gets down of Thanksgiving, we start immediately.
That's the threshold for most people. Ours is too, but Thanksgiving night we always watch Christmas Vacation. We didn't this year. We didn't watch it until Saturday.
Yeah. So no, we watched Home Alone. The in-laws again partook with us. I'm very traditional.
Home Alone's awesome,
which should be a surprise to no one. I like traditions.
Timeless movie.
Yeah.
Timeless classic. No technology.
That's
you can get hit with a paint can, whether it's 1940, 1990, 2021. Paint can to the face always hurts.
You could just watch the last 25 minutes over and over.
That's
again. It. The build up is, but that's a John Hughes. John Hughes had a great run. I mean, we could just do a podcast on, like, he had the best 10-year run making movies, and that was like his piece de la resistance at the end there. But
it was the end.
Everything was good.
Sadly, that was the end. Not everything. Everything after that was terrible.
But I'm excited. I'm excited for these daily reviews. I'm still ruminating on them. As far as doing videos, because I like that. JT came up with that idea. He took my idea.
We've done it before.
I made the Model T. Really, I transcended. And he's like, I'm going to make a Tesla. So he went from the Model T to the Tesla.
Yeah. The Bitcoin of cars.
The Chug Shorts. The Chug Shorts are good.
The Chug Shorts.
We flirted with it, but I like the idea of
that's content. Yeah. But the problem is that all of the quick content platforms require you to be under 60 seconds. It's hard to do that.
I'm not gonna. I like my reviews. I try to keep under 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
I'm not gonna do like a TikTok or a Snapchat or whatever like that.
TikTok, no way.
I like the inertia. I like the inertia of the YouTubes.
YouTube's great.
That's where all of our stuff is. So this is I'm salivating just thinking of. Sorry, Stacy, just doing all of this. So
that was barely a burp. You didn't even have to apologize to Stacy.
There's some good ones. 14th, we're gonna get there eventually. We've got 13 delicious beers to drink before the 14th.
I'm excited, and Chuggalo Scott's excited. I think he's gonna.
Is he on the Facebook? Is he gonna?
Yeah, he's on Facebook.
Okay.
So he's gonna.
I didn't want to like.
I think he's going to accept the podcast into his life, as much as religious people do when they accept Jesus Christ.
Live conversations from Steph, and he's listed in the phone as Steph.
Oh, I can't even read that.
Good sir, what is the plan for the Advent calendar?
Oh.
I've got my list printed off and all set. Steph, it's coming.
Check out the podcast.
Check out the podcast.
Check out the podcast.
I don't think there's any information on there that's important.
If you want to do a collaborative video at any point, and you want me to go to you or you want to come to me, hey, I'm willing.
He says Tuesdays he's flexible, so
Tuesdays he's flexible. I'm typically not flexible ever because I allowed myself to age without stretching. But I will try to become more flexible as time goes on because I want to keep this youth.
That's important, because you're the youngest person affiliated with this podcast.
How flexible should I be?
And I'm the oldest.
Should I be able to touch my toes standing up? Should I be able to touch the back of my head with my foot?
Yeah.
Standing up on one foot?
Oh yeah.
All right. I'll do that. When I can do it,
things are working.
I'll let you know.
When I can do that, I will do the JT Pose review, and that will be brought to you by 911.
That's got 29-ish. So I'll be able to touch my head with my toes. 2029. I'm gonna break my thigh and get there.
Yeah.
But until then.
Oh, he was typing. Now he's not typing. Stev, you disappoint because he'll get this and he'll respond. You're disappointing us because I got the little typing signal, but that's it.
By the way, I think, and I don't want to spoil the surprise, but Chuggalo Caterade is not a listener very much. As well, I think Chuggalo Stay Space is not.
Chuggalo Stay Space. Chuggalo
does not listen.
Has said, I already live with you. She out of the significant others, I think my wife made it 31 episodes.
Yeah, I think in the 30s is where Caterade.
No way, she made it a lot longer.
Did she? I don't know.
I think
she lied.
I feel like you brought it up.
I don't want to ruin it, but it doesn't matter because she doesn't listen. I'm pretty sure she got me a Advent cover for my beer.
Yeah.
So thanks, Matt, for including me on your Advent covers. We got one.
By the way, it was supposed to happen. Chuggalo Aaron bought them. I didn't buy them.
Oh, he bought them. Okay.
He was supposed to bring.
That changes.
He goes, I bought 4. Wow. I go, he goes, how many do you need? I go, 3.
Yeah.
And I go, I need 2 for sure because I took one to Chuggalo Mikey. And so he shows up the day of and he goes, I have 2.
Yeah. And
I go, this sucks. So I took.
It's
not. Look at my fridge. It's not practical. It's not practical.
Oh, it's not practical.
Look at my fridge.
When
live reaction.
I come to you with a similar situation, the first question I get, and I always think about this. I always have to. I prepare.
Yeah.
Sometimes any beer situation, I think, okay, how is Matt going to react to this?
Yeah.
That have a response.
I told you I had a surprise for you next week, right?
He said.
I told you
next week now.
No, I told you a couple weeks ago that I have a surprise for you.
Oh, that was
like just wait to pay, and it was going to be a beer cover. And then Aaron showed up.
Got it.
And Aaron showed up and goes, "I only have. It's not practical."
Your first question to me in that situation would have been,
I did have a plan.
Why didn't you just text me earlier and ask me or call me or tell me that? Ask me how many I needed. Before today, because you are of the mindset of be proactive.
Yep.
Understand shit ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't gonna buy anything.
Yeah, you did. Okay, that changes things.
And then Aaron goes,
bought 4.
I bought 4.
That's great. I mean, wow.
Aaron goes, I bought
wonderful.
4.
That's wonderful. I wish one of those would have been tossed my way.
He goes, okay, I need 3
because catering.
And I go, how much do I owe you? And he goes, they're $16 a piece. I go, okay.
All right, I'll give you $16 as well, Aaron. Too late. Matt's got all 3.
And
because Ryan needs one, Mikey needs one. No, whoever has them needs them.
No, so he showed up, and I go, do you want me just to PayPal you the money because I do everything immediate? He goes, no, just buy my beer the day of. Okay. So he shows up. I can show you the text message.
Oh no, I believe you. I'm not.
He shows up and he's only got 2.
Oh, he only had 2.
He showed up with only 2.
Oh shit.
So they were sitting.
Oh, okay. I didn't let you finish. So he had 4. Showed up with 2.
Yeah. So he's using 1.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did with 1, but he bought 4.
Probably used it.
He bought 4
as a test case.
And so then I took, but they're not practical because like if you look in my fridge right now.
I'll look.
Live reaction.
Live reaction.
BCP overtime. Look at that. Like, how do I get that out?
Huge. Yeah, that's pretty big.
And then it rattles. Like, grab the top. Just move the top around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not tight in there.
So a 5 could be a 10.
I'm going to figure out a better way to do it, but...
All right. I will share a picture of that on Facebook. I'll share a picture of the one I'm pretty sure Catering got me. I've shared that picture a lot of times. But, yeah, I think you have.
But like I put on like craft beer, like Dayton Beer Geeks and stuff like that. Everyone's putting all these big breweries and stuff like that.
I'm gonna share Catering.
And we're all go to Barrel House. Barrel House will put one together that's bespoke. You're not gonna go to one brewery. Spread the love around. Unless you really love the brewery or whatever, but these people are like, I'm going to Costco and I'm getting one from like, and I love Fathead. Don't get me wrong, but they're getting like New Belgium or something like that. Go, especially I implore you, Dayton Beer Geeks.
Bicycle tire.
Yeah, bicycle tire.
Get some fat tires.
So, anyways, there was a plan. I got caught, and you could go back a couple episodes. I go, I've got a. And he said he was bringing it, and then the day of, he only brought 2.
It's my fault. I made some assumptions that I shouldn't have made.
And then, because that was Friday, and I was leaving Sunday to go back, like, I couldn't be like, okay, I'm going to, no.
I think Gatorade got
completely impractical, though.
I'm going to, once I see it, I think it's a surprise.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I can't tell her.
Yeah.
Once I see it, I'll share the practicality of it with you.
But you've seen, it's completely impractical.
It's possible that depending on how the box is situated, you might get the 5th of December confused with the 10th of December.
No, so what I'm gonna do is after it's done, because I pulled it out for Thanksgiving, so we could put some of the Thanksgiving meal in there. I'm probably just gonna put like pieces of tape on them, because like Chuggalo Mikey, his fridge isn't big enough. He's just got a mini fridge, and
come on, Mikey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, believe me. It's.
Come on.
I'm not.
You know how many fridges I have? I have like 10.
Yeah. Well.
Oh. Big news.
On a one story. Yeah.
I plugged in my beer fridge in the garage.
Yep.
I'm almost ready.
I
got stools.
It's a temperature of a fridge right now. You don't need to. You don't need
it. You're right. But the room is
when you're rich, you just burn money.
So
like that.
Here's the thing. I have
us poor folk have to figure.
One of your friends was the ones who. Your OG friends was the ones who pointed out the carriage house concept, which I had just learned about within the last 12 months.
I pointed out the carriage house.
You did? Okay. Yeah. Well, the carriage house is not insulated.
Yeah.
And it's cold in there.
Just keep your beer in there.
So, I have
to plug in something?
No, that's the thing. I have to keep it warm because that's where I built the bar.
Yeah.
I want to drink in the winter. I don't want to be out there in my fucking winter coat like a weirdo.
So plug the heat in when you go.
Plug the heat in. You have a fridge on.
Yeah. So this is something because you guys
can't just plug the heat in and expect it to be warm in there.
You've got a back deck off of it. That's what we call the Wisconsin or Minnesota cooler.
There's no back deck on the carriage house.
The steps down.
There's no steps down. Not yet.
Yeah. But that's where.
Yeah, cool. They call it the same thing in Chicago. Yeah, put your beer outside, it stays cold.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to let you know that I plugged in the fridge, got stools, the bar. All I need is entertainment, and the bar's open.
Entertainment.
I'm about to open that shit up, and I'm thinking about doing it for if they don't flex it, which they absolutely should flex it. The Bears-Packers Sunday Night Football game.
Interesting.
I know Sunday night's not a reasonable time for most people, but I think that's a good point to open the bar.
Yeah.
Might do it.
Interesting.
We'll see. Keep your ears peeled and your eyes posted. Listen with your nose. That's episode 164.
139.5.
Brew Crew Podcast.